Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. So sunflower right there, best sunflower price is 2,792. I got two of these on the way up. There's the port and the restaurant are on the way up. The ranch is within 10% of top, just. Well, yeah, kind of-ish. So these two, we may end up with a decent price when we come to actually be selling our sunflowers. Which would be rather nice if we can actually have a decent price for selling our sunflowers. That would be absolutely brilliant. We can sell straight off the field, which means that once we get our first load and we sell off the field, then we can go and swap out our corn header on our combines, and then we've got the faster corn header as well. After that, it's kind of like I'm still torn between combine upgrades first, or oh, I had a little bit here that I want to do. It's only just like that, really. There, that's it. Yeah, I'm still torn between combine upgrades first or more land first. You know, you get the more land, and it takes ages for the combines to actually work their way through the land, but you got more money coming in. Or you get the big combines, and then you still got to spend a little while building up for more land. I think really the more land would be the more sensible option, but yeah, I'm still not 100% on that one, whether I should be doing it that way or not. Not a lot else I can do for a minute. Literally just waiting for the harvest to start now. We've got to wait for the crops to grow and the harvest to start, and kind of hanging around and twiddling our thumbs. I've had a lot of people asking if I can do a root crop on this time round, so I will do the potatoes. It does mean that we're going to have to lease the machinery for it. I'm trying not to lease machinery if I can help it, but I'll lease the machinery. And, you know, for doing this, it is something that we're going to need to do. We're going to need to lease the machinery, and that will then keep everything running. Right, so we've got bees here, plus we've got our solar panel over there. So if we watch the money that is coming in on our screen up there, we got minus 6,571, and on the hour it will change over to, right, minus 6,571 minus 5, it was 6,571, now it's 5,676. 5,6,571, wasn't it? No, it's 6,5. It's about 900. We're getting about 900 an hour at the moment. So that next one should be about 4,770. It's about 905, isn't it? Or is it 890? 890. Yeah, anyway. It's not a bad amount of money that we've got coming in, actually. At this rate, we may end up with enough money in the kitty because of our solar panel and the bees. I mean, technically, you shouldn't get money from the solar panels overnight, but I don't think it's going to quite do that. So we will go a full 14 hours sleep like that, and look at that money ticking down. Isn't that beautiful? And then, of course, you do have property maintenance, vehicle maintenance, and so on. But I've now got positive money. We're 2,000 euros up. The sunflowers are not yet ready to harvest, so we're now 3,000 euros up. How much is a new header? That's the next thing that we need to find out. Not in there. Corn headers, 19,000 for a new corn header. That one's, yeah, we'll get that one there. This one here is too big, and that's a John Deere one. So 19 grand we need. How much do I get for the one that the one that I currently own? I don't have. No, I've got no leased items. That's good. I don't want leased items. We're going to try and do this game without. 13,000 now. If I drive it down to the dealership, I get a little bit more than that. So we don't need huge sums of money to be able to do this. And we've got our beautiful sunflowers all laid out. Let's go and have a look at the sunflowers. All laid out in the field there. I love the look of the sunflowers. Look at that. Look at them! Absolutely fantastic. I love the look of the sunflowers. So I need to be getting this one down to the shop so that I can... I think if I reset... I think the reset point is the sale point, isn't it? Or isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's test this little theory out then, shall we? We want to go into there and click on there like that. Alright, fine. I'll reset that one. Reset to the shop. Oh, it does actually reset to the shop. Ideal. Right, reset that one. Yes, okay. And then come out of there, and then we go over here. So the combine itself has been reset, and I have to drive that one back. There's no other way of doing it. But the corn header, the new one that we go and buy, that will be delivered up to the farm. Although they do charge like 5% for a delivery, don't they? So we've got to keep that in mind. So let's bring you over here. That was 13,000 that we were going to get for that. Just going to slow the time down. We're on 15:15 at the moment. We've got the sunflowers have gone to the next stage, but that's not harvest stage yet. Yes, it is. Right, that's harvest stage. Now, it's 3:15 in the afternoon. I'm kind of thinking it would be better if we wait until first thing in the morning before we start doing our harvest. So I'll just jump down here a minute and I will sell this one. So I get 16 grand for selling it here. Yes, sell. Right. So that puts me up to 23,500. And then we'll go into the shop and we will make a new purchase for a new corn header right here. And that one is going to be a max speed 17k there. So that we got a decent speed on the corn header. And we're going to buy that one for 19,000. So I buy, yes, 19, but that's not going to take me down to 4,521. Yes, it charges me just under 500 euros for that one. It's 5% of the total, isn't it? To deliver it back to the yard. Right, that's that bit done. I'm going to need another one of those once our... when we're doing our corn harvest. I'm going to need another one. I don't need to worry about it just yet, but when we're actually doing the corn harvest, then I'm going to need a second one. At the moment, we've got the sunflower header, which is absolutely fine. It doesn't really matter. Now, decided that I'm not going to start the harvest this evening, because by the time we do the harvest and then we get going with the planting, time will have ticked by a bit, and I'd rather sort of start first thing in the morning, so we'll get an early night's sleep, and we'll start fairly early in the morning as well. If we can get cracking at, like, say, 8 a.m. with the harvest. I'm guessing other countries it's going to be a little bit different, depending on humidity and so on, but in this country... you don't often see a combine getting moving in the field before 9 o'clock in the morning, because you've got to wait for the morning dew to burn off with the sun. So between 9 and 10 is fairly usual to get going with the combines. Yes, you can get going earlier than that, and I have seen them going earlier than that, but it's a bit more unusual. They don't normally get started until sometime between 9 and 10 o'clock. You're getting everything else going, you're getting everything else ready, and then you're just waiting for the moisture content to come down. It also depends on the farm and the setup they've got, and what sort of things. Great demand at Edge Black Baler's Barn. So we've got a great demand right here for something. What have we got a great demand for? This is where we find out that we could make an absolute fortune from selling straw. Not a fortune, no, only 100. Right. I'll bring you over there, and I'll stop you there. You're now ready and waiting. We've got 6,500 euros at the moment, which considering we had minus 7,000 before, that's pretty good going. Now, I won't do 14 hours sleep. I'm going to do 13 hours sleep. It's going to take us through to just after 8 o'clock. And look at the money coming in. That's from that solar panel. That one solar panel. It costs us like 150,000. So we're going to keep doing that with the solar panels. I'm going to go through till about 9 o'clock with the fast forwarding. Yeah. I love the bees. Listen to them. Busy little things. Busy little bees. Right, there we go. We've now got 14,000 euros in the kitty. So we could buy more land, we could pay off our loan, we can buy the bigger combines. The bigger combines, I think, is probably going to be later on the list, although, you know, it is going to make a huge difference to things eventually. I think for now we won't. Let me just do that. AI vehicle extension, I've had an update. Jimmy J provided, he sent me a message on Discord and gave me an update on it, and apparently it's been altered so that when the combine is getting close to full, it slows down a lot before it stops, which means that with my faster speeds, it shouldn't go sliding up across the field, which means we should be able to use the AI vehicle extension to help us out with doing the harvest, because at the moment we're having to avoid using it with the higher speeds that we use in this series. So that's actually a really, really nice little update for it. I think it was taken off of GitHub, the update that Jimmy would have gotten. That's where he usually collects his updates from. Well, this seems to be going reasonably well here. I mean, we're getting a little bit stuck on that corner, but yeah, I'm happy overall, I think, with what's going on there. Okay, we'll leave you go, and then we will go to this one. This one doesn't have any speed upgrades or anything like that, but I don't want this one to have any speed upgrades or anything like that. I want this one just to stay as it is. It's got a sunflower header on it. It doesn't need to go any faster than that. I'll run this one up to the top field and I'll work that one, and then the one over there with the smaller header, that will come out and start working this field over here just to our right now, once he's done the little one over there. And then this one, when he's done with the field at the top, we'll be able to come down and get going on the big field down there. It'll be interesting to see sort of the performance differences between them, considering the speed that this header here does. And the normal headers, they do 10k, but we're not doing this one here. I mean, the normal headers do 10k, the upgraded ones, they do 17k. I can't remember what the sunflower header does. I think it's 14. Got a feeling it does 14k. I'm going to find out in a minute though. We're going to go up here like this. Let me just switch this one over. I want AI vehicle extension, which will go around that way. That's all good. And then I can bring you in here and off you go. Right, you drop into there with a whoosh, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, this one does 15k, and the small one does 17k. This one's like 5 meters, the other one's 3.6. So this one is going to do more. It should, in theory, do more harvest than the other one can. In theory. Whether or not it actually does is a different matter entirely. But it seems, I mean, he's rocking on round the field here. He's doing a great job. So what I want is this stayer trophy. I want those trailers. Ooh. How are we? Because we skipped right through the whole night, didn't we? And we do not have a sale going at the moment. We are not able to sell. We do not have the money. So all of our crop that we get right here is going into storage. It is not being sold off the field. We haven't been able to... we haven't had to go and store for quite some time. We've been selling off the field for several of our crops now. So this is something that hasn't happened for a little bit. Bring you back up there. Eventually, we will get very, very big trailers with a lorry and all sorts. But that's not going to happen just yet. Now, which one is which? I've got you racing up through there. You've got 48% on board. I'm going to let that one come round over to here, and then I'm going to empty out that combine because he's not going to be able to get everything off of this little field into one tank. So I will... Actually, I'll tell you what. In order to just keep this going, we'll physically unload the combine up here in a minute. And then I'm going to leave a trailer here. Actually, I don't even need to do that. And just, you know what? No, we won't do that because I don't know what we'll get in the way of sunflowers from the top. I may need more than one trailer up there. So I'll leave that combine going around and around that field. And then when he's full, he can just manually drive on round to the silo unload point and tip it straight into the silo as he's right next to the silo, rather than leaving a trailer there for him to go and do it to there. And then this combine up here will be able to run alongside and empty out. See, there he is. He's racing on down across. He's not got long now. Okay, he's doing a brilliant job. I'm quite impressed with that combine right there. He's doing a fantastic job. Very admirable. Very, very admirable. So you're going to go whizzing up to there. We're going to do twice round the outside, I would think. I do want to see how the combine does with stopping at speed. That's one thing that I would like to have a look at. So I'm going to bring the tractor here. I'll get him up to the top of the hill, because that combine is going to be completely full in a minute. Helper D has a nearly full grain tank. I will bring the tractor up over here. See the sunflower header going out round there? So he's sort of leaving bits. But yeah, what I want to do is I want to see how he does over the entire field. So if we bring you here, no, we're going to run you down. He's only doing 15, whereas the other one does 17, so there is a slight difference, but we'll see how the new update works. It should slow it down like the standard hired help does. When it's getting close to full, the combine should slow down, and then it should stop a little bit better, because if it just anchors up, it slides, and we don't want that. 99. Well, that didn't slow. They didn't do anything different at all. Huh. What about you? You're on 76%. I'll keep an eye on that one. I'm not going to keep an eye on it just yet. I'll run up over here to this combine and we'll empty it out. So we'll be able to see the other combine, maybe. We'll see what happens with that one. He should, in theory, slow down before he empties out completely. But this one, that didn't seem to slow down. Maybe it's not working, or maybe there's another option in there. Maybe I need to just go and check the options in a second. I'll do that. I'll run alongside this combine here until the end of the row, and I'm just going to leave the tractor right next to it there. Like that, and... there. Oh, it's because I reset it. That's why the two combines aren't up against each other now in the options thing. Right. So I want to go worker settings, alternative, active, manual, wait during unload is off, change direction, no. Precision of AI vehicle is normal. Collision check, detect connected fields, pause. What? Pause. I don't know what pause means. Maybe it just means that I should pause it right now. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any option in there for it. So it might just be that we gotta wait and see what happens. So we'll let the combine keep working. And I'm hoping that he'll reach the 100% mark on the tank when he's at full speed, so that we can get a rough idea of what it's like when that engages. So he's on 93 right now. He just needs to go around a little bit more. Problem we got is that he won't build up to full speed on these little short runs that we've now got. So, I mean, yeah, see, he's only doing like 12, 13. He's on 98% right there. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take him out here, and I'm hoping that running it down this side of the field over here will be sort of the right place to put it so that it can properly engage. It'll go fast enough to just go on 10. Right. He's bringing it up to speed. He's bringing it up, and I don't know if he slowed down or what. I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe it was a fast deceleration rather than just the wheel stopped turning, and that's how it works. I don't quite know at the moment. I guess really we kind of need to test it more in the field just to see if there is little bits that are left, or maybe going down a hill slightly, that sort of thing, because that's where we've often encountered the problems. But we'll keep looking at it and we'll keep seeing what happens. It might be it's just a fast deceleration rather than a complete stop, and that is enough to stop it from sliding, which is our biggest problem at the moment, right? It slides along the field, and because it slides along the field, it just leaves a little tiny strip that then the second time it goes round, the AI sends it out round, and then you don't get straight lines down the edge of your field, and that's it's fine in itself. It will cope with it, but when you want to start having the AI work in straight lines up and down the field for like gathering up your straw, it does get in the way of it. It's a bit of a nuisance. So we'll see how this update works. We need to give it a little bit more time, I think, to just test it a bit more thoroughly. But I mean, so far it kind of seems like it's working. Honestly, I'm not really sure. I'm really not very sure on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you over here like this, and I'm going to switch that to just moving straight up and down like that, and then I'm going to go with H here, set the hide help going again. Now what it should do this time is it shouldn't hug in too tight. You should just kind of like straighten out a little bit and take that piece as well. And now he's just going to turn around. He's going to work up and down from this side and finish out that little bit of field. It won't take too long to go and finish out that bit of field. The combine here is down the other end. 94, 95%. So he's not going to be up to speed before he needs to stop. But looking at it on this side, he hasn't done anything unusual. He hasn't like dived out to the side anywhere in order to complete what it was doing. So it sort of looks like it was doing all right. Now, he stopped where he was. He reached 100%. But he was moving uphill, so it's not really an indication of how well that's working. There, he's on 91% now, which means that he'll get up to the top of the hill and then he'll be able to keep going again. I'm going to switch over to that one, and as soon as he turns around, I'll then do this. I need him to get around the corner before I do that. Right, now I'll do that, so then he'll start working up and down the field on this side. And I'll run alongside him here. He didn't build up the speed before he stopped, though. Wonder if I can get him to build up the speed. Take that out there. 96. Right, he's on 96%. That... Is he going to build up? He's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's up the speed there. He has gone on a little bit there, I think. I don't know is the answer there. Then I don't know. I don't know if it's working as it should be or if it's still not being entirely accurate. It is difficult to tell with what we've got right here. I guess the best way to tell will be if he's going slightly downhill, but I think the other header, rather than this sunflower, the standard corn header, not the corn header, the standard like grain header, I think that one would be a better one to use to be able to like run any tests and that, just to properly see if everything's working. But yeah, we don't have the right crop for that, so we'll have to wait until we're on beans. Is our next one. We're doing soybeans next, and that should give us a better indication of whether or not this is actually working as it should be. Now, I got 10,600 litres of sunflowers in here. I came up here with both of these trailers because I sort of figured that I would get most of this field done before I needed to worry about the other one down the bottom, and that I am going to get more than one trailer's worth out of this field, but I think I'm going to need to also travel back down to the bottom one. Oh, don't know. No, I will. I will need to come and see this combine before I finish the one at the top. I think what we'll do is maybe leave a trailer up the top so I don't have to run up and down too much. I don't know yet. I haven't quite decided. Anyway, you got 2 passes left. You got one whiz up here, and then we can spin round. You got one more whiz going back the other way, and then we'll take that over and we'll empty that into the silo as well, so that can be safely stored. And then we can worry about other things afterwards. The planting, we're on soybeans next. Now, we can use either of the seed drills to do that. The smaller Stara seed drills, they do plant fertilizer at the same time as the other crop, so we can go and use that. I'm going to just manually do this. So I'll get one of the seed drills going, and we will start planting in here immediately, just so that we can get a head start on that. And then once I've done the planting of sunflowers in here, soybeans in here, the top one, I'll also be able to get that one going. We'll be able to stay right behind the combines and keeping like all of the jobs moving at the same time, which I think is going to be quite helpful. Now, I said that I was going to get 5 of those large solar panels. I'm kind of thinking at the moment that our best... I don't want to do any more than that, because otherwise like, the income is going to get like slightly ridiculous off of it. But I think 5 is an acceptable number. That's going to give us a decent amount of income, and just like keep things ticking along just that little bit quicker and that little bit more efficiently. If I get those 5, I want more land, I want more combines, I want to pay off our loan. There's other things that we're constantly finding that we want to get. I do need to get a corn header. But I'm kind of thinking that we're going to build up and we're going to get the 5 sets of solar panels first. That's going to be our top priority. And then once we've got those, we've got a decent, steady income for quite some time. Let's switch that all over there like that. We've got a decent, steady income that will last us a while, and be able to sort of keep everything going exactly as we would want. At least that's how I'm looking at it at the moment. I think that having that regular income means that we'll then be able to cover all of our other expenses, and we should... Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. And for those of you wondering, the paid promotion notification that came up at the beginning of the video is because in the description down below you will find a link to Fanatical. I have an affiliation with them. If you use that link, I will earn a small commission on anything that you choose to purchase. But that is all we have got time for, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.